This is Keith from the Revival. A couple moments ago, throughout the songs, I talked about my opinion and how I looked at Memorial Day. And now I wanted to hear from someone who I know very well and has served as a veteran in the Vietnam War and in the Air Force. I'm going to give it to Pastor Ted Marshall, and I want you to tell me in your voice and from the heart how you see Memorial Day and how it reflects on what its name really means.
Well, we know that Memorial Day stands for those that have given their life in defense of our freedom in America. It also represents those that have served our country and now are laid to rest at special places like Arlington or wherever you see an American flag on a grave. That means that that person is a veteran. And it's been a tough year this year because I've been doing a lot more funerals of veterans my age. And so it has a very special meaning, especially this particular Memorial Day. And I want folks to remember that there was an oath that was agreed to and sworn to, and that was to defend and protect the Constitution and from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And some people look at that and they maybe gloss that over. We have a lot of young men and women that have lost their lives, and recently, of course, in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the wars that we have in the Mideast, or have been having in the Mideast. And these young people did not go there because they wanted to die. They would go there because they wanted to serve. But they knew what the risk was, and that risk was that they were signing a blank check to the people of America, including of giving their life to protect freedom and preserve freedom. That is what Memorial Day means to us. And as veterans, when we go to some of the national cemeteries, or we go to regular cemeteries and see the American flags on the graves that are veterans, it's a special time, and we take that time seriously. And it's a special time also to thank them and to make sure that we don't forget that our job as the living veterans is to remind people what there is. There is a difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day is for your living veterans, the guys that are here right now, guys and women that served and are serving. Memorial Day are for those who have passed and not only died in battle, but also have been laid to rest, and to put that respect and give that respect to them. It's not about hot dogs, apple pie, or having barbecues. It's not even about the Indianapolis 500, which is a great tradition of America. What's it about? It's about those who protected and whose lives are now gone, that served under that American flag. This one back here.
And I remember this weekend, actually, past following weekend, me and Drew, we were honored to get taken to a race. It was really fun. Ted had an interruption during the race, and you got called by one of your fellow men that you served with, and you found out he is getting sick and he's getting terrible. Mm-hmm. And this popped in my head, knowing that you've served with so many, and especially a whole platoon of men that you call your friends, who you call, the men you fought with, that have given to you. How do you feel knowing that they're just getting weaker and weaker, and that
we fought a battle in Vietnam, and then when we came home, we fought another battle. And that battle was not PTSD, that was part of it. But there was another battle, and that was caused by a chemical called Agent Orange, which was spread all over the country, a defoliant that killed vegetation dead. I mean, it took a jungle and turned it brown and made it lay down. And that was the purpose of that chemical, was to do away with the jungle so we'd have open areas to fight. But there was a cost to that. And that same type of stuff, now even people using Roundup are finding that there are cancers that have been caused by that. Imagine a super industrial grade stuff that was poured out by helicopters flying over spraying areas. It penetrating the water and everything. And we've seen a lot of guys that are dying much, much too young, and whose children had birth defects and caused by Agent Orange, whose cancers and leukemia and different things were caused by Agent Orange. So we had this battle that we call the continual killer, the continual killer of Vietnam vets. And now we're starting to see, really, as we get older, our immune systems and the older vets is not as strong as it was. And we're losing more and more each day. We're losing more and more veterans. I'm doing so many more funerals and memorials for our brothers. And as a veteran, the guys that I served with, the guys that I know, in particular this one that I actually went into the military with, a high school friend who we both, for some stupid reason, said, hey, it wasn't dumb. No, it really wasn't dumb. We were just dumb kids, but we decided, we knew what we wanted to do. We wanted to join the Air Force, and we did. And I don't want to mention any names, but I remember my hair was a little long in high school, okay?
Really?
Yeah, it was not, no, it was longer. Not as long, or not as short as it is now, but when we went through basic and we all got in line and got our haircuts, and then we walked out the back door of the barber shop, we had to wait for everyone else in the platoon or squadron or flight, we call it in the Air Force, to get their haircuts. I couldn't find my buddy. We all looked like the same, like bald eagles walk around, and I couldn't recognize anybody. And then I saw his big old head over there, and he saw mine, and we laughed so hard. I mean, we laughed so hard we were crying. It was just so funny. But Agent Orange keeps killing. And not only that, but the stress for all these years of not having the proper care or the proper counseling to be able to deal with that stress it's been tough for many, many guys. Many people turned to alcohol and their lives went downhill. They went to drugs and so forth, which of course will shorten their life. And we've seen more and more of that. And I just want to say this to my brothers out there, my brothers and sisters, and that's what we are. We're not just buddies, we're brothers and sisters. When I got that call when we were at the races, that was a brother of mine who's in trouble, who's struggling. And we all feel that. We feel that deep inside. And we tend to remember, when we look back, we see that young face. We see that face about, just a few years older than you and Drew, and we remember that person and when he was strong and when he was, on top of his game. And then we look at ourselves now, and it's a big transition. Inside, I'm still there, okay? Outside, not so much, right? But Memorial Day. Please, for those that are listening, educate the young ones, educate your family of what Memorial Day is. Veterans that are out there right now that have lost our brothers and sisters that are now laid to rest. Take time this Memorial Day to remember, and remember the good times about them. Remember the things that they did that made you laugh and smile. Remember how close you were. And I promise you, those who are believers of Jesus Christ, those who know and love Jesus Christ, you will see them again. Those that were the believers, you will see them again. You will see them, and guess what? You're going to see them, and it's just like I talked about earlier, about the guys coming out of that back door of the barber shop not recognizing each other. But you'll recognize them, because they'll be in that remarkable, perfect body that they promise, that Christ has promised us. Rejuvenated, renewed, brand new, perfect. And boy, is that going to be a reunion. Thanks.
Thank you, Pastor Tim Marshall. Do as he says, remember the memories of those who have fought for us, and those who have been laid to rest who have also fought for us. Pastor Ted Marshall has lost many throughout the year, and it's just, for him it's hard losing people so loved that he served in the army, but it's not always bad, because it's always good, because that most of them are in a better place now, like you said, renewed, brand new bodies,
Yeah.
walking on the golden bridge and just glorifying his name on high, and they're looking down at you, and you're going to join them one day, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing, absolutely.
I'll be talking about this on our Sunday service at Trinity Church. You can go to Trinity Church Facebook and be able to listen to it and see it on Sunday morning live. But don't want to give it all away, but one of the important things I wanted to talk about and let you know is that it's not too late. It's not too late. That no matter what the time it is, that you can accept Jesus Christ as your Savior. And I have an example of that and a miracle that happened, which I'll be talking about on Memorial Day weekend. And it's true that the Lord is reaching out for you. He's constantly right there waiting for you. And He's doing everything He can to reach you. All you have to do is accept it. And I'll talk about that miracle Sunday.
There's no price to pay. There's no application to sign. You just got to let Him in. No big deal, no big contract. You just got to ask. And it's that simple. Lives have been changed. We're asking Jesus in our heart. People have been saved. The word is getting spread worldwide. And it is just an amazing thing. I want to thank you again, Pastor Ted Marshall, for getting on here and talking about what you feel like Memorial Day is like to you and all this stuff that's going to happen this Sunday. And I do recommend you go to trinitychurchnow.com and go to the Trinity Facebook page on Sunday, where Pastor Ted Marshall, will be having a service. You've been doing this for a couple of years now, talking on about Veterans Day, Memorial Day. But do watch the service if you're not able to make it. And once again, thank you. And thank you all for watching. This whole show that will be going out is based for Memorial Day. This is a very special episode, and I hope you tune in and listen to it all.
I want to thank the Lord for you. I want to thank the Lord for you and Drew for being in my life to help us with VRM. Because without it, guys, I would be kind of stuck in where I was at. What you guys has opened up so much more technology for me. You're bringing the youth in, helping us educate the youth of what this is all about. And thanks, guys. And thank you, Jesus, for bringing these two young men into our radio family here, because this is a family. It's not a big family, but it's a strong family.
And this family will be growing sooner or later.
You bet.
You'll see more faces than just us two.
That's
Trust
right.
me. Amen on that. This is Pastor Ted Marshall and Keith Wilson. You're watching The Revival.